As we come to the end of our liturgical year, this Sunday we reflect on a gospel that's part of Jesus' eschatological discourse. His thoughts about what lasts, what matters in the end. The focus of today's gospel is how do we use the gifts that God gives us? It's meant to jar us, to jar the followers of Jesus before it's too late. So what causes inertia for us? What gets in the way of our using what we've been given by God? What gets in the way of strategizing and taking initiative and taking reasonable risks? Well, sometimes fear does. We say things to ourselves like, what do I have to give? I'm afraid I don't have that much to give. What if they don't accept what I have to give? I'm afraid they'll reject it. What if I fail? Sometimes we get tied up in how we look and we want to so present ourselves as competent that we fear risking failure. In addition to fear, sometimes laziness can cause inertia. It's so much easier to be complacent. Let somebody else do it. I'd rather keep my time and energy for myself. I think I'll play this one. I'll play it safe this time. Another cause for inertia can be sensing that we don't have enough support. Whatever I'm being asked to do, to face something with the gifts I have, it's easy to revert into, not only do I not know if I have enough internal resources to pull this off, but also I don't know if I have enough external resources, the support system that I need to pull this off. Now, on the other side, though, what's a catalyst for our using all these gifts that God gives us? Well, first of all, awareness can be. Self-awareness. Wow, God has dealt me a very full hand in this area. I'm grateful for that. Let me use it. Let me be grateful for it, enjoy it, share it as best I can. Self-awareness, but also awareness of the needs of others. You may have heard a vocation described as it's where the world's needs and my gifts meet. Where can I get passionate about where those two things are? My gifts and the world's needs. Of course, we all need reminders. Reminders can be a catalyst. When I remember that all these gifts that God has given me are not just for myself, but they're meant to edify, to build up the body of Christ. Credible models can also be a catalyst for motivating us to use the gifts that we're given, to get off our duff. And sometimes those models are right here and now. They're people with whom you pray at St. James, people with whom you work, people in your family. But sometimes those models have gone before us in faith, and especially in November, we remember those models. We celebrate our gratitude and remember what a difference they make. Not only saints, I do mean saints, those who were exemplary models, but not only other family members, your grandmother or your parent or a friend, how they modeled for you, somebody who was willing to give and risk and stretch, even in circumstances that cost them dearly. And who better as a model than Jesus, who risked criticism to be true to his Father and his gifts, to use his gifts, even if other people thought he was being a fool. Let's look at some of the models that we see these days, even in news. How many people in the Latinx community or in the Black communities here in our own Chicago who are without a whole lot of resources themselves are being amazingly creative and energetic to try to get resources to people that need them, food and other resources. And another catalyst, let's face it, is guilt. Guilt can be one powerful motivator. Right, some guilt is neurotic. It's crazy. We don't want to go there. But some guilt is healthy. Like when we know we have what's needed in this situation and we don't lift a finger to do anything about it, we ought to feel guilty. We really could have done more, worked more with our gifts than we didn't. So now let's turn it around. The good news in all this, we're not in this situation alone. God is with us, and so are good people of God to help us recognize and appreciate and use our God-given gifts.